Hi guys, welcome back to another edition of Mulan. We'll have different readers, different styles, and different comments to come. I've been asked, why do others seem to speak better English than the Chinese? I don't think it's because others are better. I think they use the language differently. They practice differently. For example, the Chinese learn to take tests. They learn the grammar, and they are very good for the test. Here, all over the world, pretty much you can watch YouTube and have all sorts of opportunities to listen to English, to hear it, to become familiar with it. Well, once that happens, you start acquiring the language and starting to be able to use it. Also, what happens is the using of it. It's fun. You remember the videos of the past where the girls were talking or reading? It's amazing. I try to make it fun for all. So, the Chinese do quite well. And I'll have another video for you to show some of this in the future. Even now, you will hear. I can tell you I've had many students, or a few students, some here, that weren't very good at reading or speaking English, and they have improved significantly. You would never know. And you should listen to them tell stories. No, not read stories, but tell stories. This is what's amazing. Let's go ahead and get started. What does this look like to you? Is it where Mulan grew up? Is it where she trained with her father? Is it where she last saw her dad before she went off into the army to save her dad who was ill? Well, let's see. But before we begin, let's all gather in the temple as we share the story of Mulan. Are you ready? I am.
Together, Mulan, Shang, and the others look out the Han soldiers and rescue the emperor. Furious that the emperor had escaped, the Han leader drew his sword. "You took away my victory," Shan Yu growled at Shang. "No," said Mulan, "I did." She pulled back her hair so Shan Yu would recognize her. "The soldier from the mountains," the Han leader cried. He began to chase her for his revenge.
What did you think? Well, we'll talk about it later.
Together, Mulan, Shen, and the others knocked out the Han soldiers and rescued the emperor. Furious that the emperor had escaped, the Han leader drew his sword. "You took away my victory," Shan Yu growled at Shan. "No," said Mulan, "I did." She pulled back her hair so Shan Yu would recognize her. "The soldier from the mountains," the Han leader cried. He began to chase her for his revenge.
Did you notice anything? You should have.
Together, Mulan, Xian, and the others knocked out the Han soldiers and rescued the emperor. Furious that the emperor had escaped, the Han leader drew his sword. You took away my victory," Xian Yu growled at Xian. "No," said Mulan, "I did." She put back her hair so Xian Yu would recognize her. "The soldier from the mountains," the Han leader cried. He began to chase her for his revenge.
Again, more to the style.
Together, Mulan, Shang, and the others knocked out the Han soldiers and rescued the emperor. Furious that the emperor had escaped, the Han leader drew his sword. "You took away my victory," Chen Yu growled at Shang. "No," said Mulan, "I did." She put back her hair so Chen Yu would recognize her. "The soldier from the mountains!" the Han leader cried. He began to chase her for his revenge.
Together, Mulan, Shang, and the others knocked out the Han soldiers and rescued the emperor. Furious that the emperor had escaped, the Han leader drew his sword. "You took away my victory," Chen Yu growled at Shang. "No," said Mulan, "I did." She pulled back her hair so Chen Yu would recognize her. "The soldier from the mountains!" the Han leader cried. He began to chase her for his revenge.
That particular story just now, you can hear how she is starting to sound like a native speaker, yet she comes from China. This is my first time hearing her. She worked hard. She did a fine job. And hopefully you will encourage her to read more, because that is how we learn. So, we will continue with the story.
Together, Mulan, Shang, and the others knocked out the Han soldiers and rescued the emperor. Furious that the emperor had escaped, the Han leader drew his sword. "You took away my victory!" Shang Yu growled at Shang. "No," said Mulan, "I did." She pulled back her hair so Shang Yu would recognize her. "The soldier from the mountains!" the Han leader cried. He began to chase her for his revenge.
Did you notice how the readers would emphasize certain words? How they would emphasize certain phrases? All of them. And this is where the reading is very enjoyable. When you're reading, when you're telling a story, it's not the same as grammar. Together, Mulan, Shang, and the others knocked out the Han soldiers and rescued the emperor. I read it just like everybody else did. And that's fine. Slow enough to be understood and for the reader, the listener, to hear and start getting into the story. Furious, you can put a pause there, that the emperor had escaped. The Han leader drew his sword. You can raise the voice. Bring in the suspense. "You took away my victory!" Shang Yu growled at Shang. You heard this from some of the readers. That's where the joy comes in. "No," said Mulan. "I did." And she pulled her hair back. "The soldier from the mountains!" the Hun leader cried. He began to chase her for his revenge. How you tell the story is up to you. He began to chase her for his revenge. Loud or soft. You're telling the story. You're making the reader interested. Speed, pauses, voice, volume, all of these are important. And they're learning, they're enjoying. Does this look like the place where Mulan fought Shan Yu? Could it be? Ha! China is full of history. And it continues to grow, to evolve, to become even more popular. Do you see Mulan atop the roof? Look hard. I hope you enjoyed the stories. I hope you enjoyed listening. I hope you know that reading is important, and all of these readers are trying. Some are beginners. But they tried. Me? I think the young girl that read, she struggled, I will tell you, but you couldn't hear it. Just like another girl from Brazil read recently. But the girl from Brazil, she is improving significantly now. She's still reading and reading more, and her reading is getting better. Just like the young girl here. No, it's not that the others are doing any better than China or the Chinese people. What it is practicing and having fun. All of these have learned and grown more in the past year. They've told me. They're appreciative. We all want to give up. It's normal. But when we succeed and try, we do succeed. And then we go to the next platform, the next level. The young girl will be doing the same. I venture to say that she and the readers of this video will all be happy for each other, and the parents will be as well. Thank you for attending. I hope to see you the next time. Until then, ciao.